I used to 100% hate reading. It was always something that I wanted to try more, and maybe you can relate to this. I would always pick up a book, and then I would put it down. I'd pick up a book, put it down. I'm definitely not a literary person, all right? No college degree over here, if you know what I'm saying. But I've been reading a lot more lately, and I specifically chose this spot to film this video because off to my right here that you can't see is a bookshelf that used to be filled with books. But I would always go to an antique shop or somewhere, and I wanted to find a cool historic book. I was treating it like a treasure hunt, right? Like this book was going to just allow me to learn all these crazy things. Bro, I bought a book on string theory, okay? And it was because I was watching Matthew McConaughey's wonderful movie, which is, of course, Interstellar, and I was super motivated at that time, but I'm sitting there honestly thinking that, I'm going to give myself more credit, maybe I could have gotten through a string theory book, but probably not, okay? And I would buy books like that. I wanted to open my mind and learn it, and I would always buy it, cover looks cool, idea makes sense to me, and then never started, or if I did start it, I would stop it. And this bookshelf here was filled with those books, and now it's filled with my son's awesome VHS tapes. Shout out to all the 90s kids like I am that are trying to relive a cool childhood through a much cooler generation that's dropping right now with toddlers today. And recently, in reading a lot more, I wanted to get this message across that you have to pick better books if you would like to try to read. Coincidentally, everything that I've seen of people that are super into reading, that read a ton, that have just massive lists of books and things that they're interested in, you gotta do a little trial and error, okay, and figure out exactly what you're looking to get from a book, and look for books that you are really, really interested in. Not interested in what you want to learn, or interested because all of social media is talking about that book, or that the story in this particular thing is what all your buddies are talking about or all your friends are talking about, so you're going to read that series. Think about what you actually want to read. For me, I learned that, yes, 100% I like learning something from a book. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a book that's factually accurate, but I want to learn something. I want to walk away from spending time reading a book and time, dedication, which takes a lot of, to finish a book and close it cover to cover. And I remember those throughout the very limited times in my young adult life that I would do that. It was so satisfying. And it was even more satisfying for me to learn something from the book. So I am typically more gravitated towards either self-help books, or I love the radically rough books like House of Leaves or something that just really just torments your mind, right? My wife always looks at me and she's like, why do you want yourself to make yourself feel like that? And I'm like, I don't know. This is a problem with being a punk skater kid growing up. We don't know, right? You just wouldn't understand is the issue that's going on. So one book that I wanted to highlight for this, just because I will be talking about this book a ton on my channel, I just think it's a great book. It's very well written. A friend of mine recommended it to me based off of the life-changing things that I was going through currently at that time of my life, and that's going to be The Comfort Crisis. The Comfort Crisis by Michael Esther, I can't remember how he pronounces his last name, is just a very well-written book, in my opinion. He does a phenomenal job utilizing storytelling to keep you captivated throughout the book. And that's not an easy thing to do with a thick book like this. But this book really allowed me to expand my mind a little bit and understand that it's not necessarily how short or long a book is. It's just simply choosing a good book, a well-written book, a book that is not slop, but a book that's going to make you walk away feeling good for the amount of time that you spent on that book. And again, it doesn't have to be a self-help book like Comfort Crisis, but just any book that is a very fulfilling story to read, I think is very, very helpful. And it can kind of cause this chain reaction in your reading cycle to all of a sudden want to read more. Your brain is not avoiding the book as I used to do because I was reading them like homework for some weird reason that no one was forcing me to do but myself. And instead of reading it in that way, you are excited to pick up the next book. You're able to see the true beauty that is hidden between pages of a book. And unfortunately, I cannot tell you exactly what that book is going to be. The only person that can decide that for you is you. You are the only person that can figure out what a good book means to you. But you got to find it and you have to figure it out, because if you don't, you are probably going to go down the same route that I went down with reading books, which is not reading them very much. So figure out what book you actually enjoy and find an author that you really connect with, because chances are you'll probably connect with more of their books. And you will be surprised what you actually like. I never thought I would be into like the self-help genre of things and the understanding, expanding that, even though it seems kind of like meant to be now looking back. You don't know what you're going to be interested in. What I love the most about books is they will challenge your way of thinking far more than you originally anticipated. And you got to kind of let it happen, because you'll learn so much more than any other type of thing out there. It's an incredible experience, but try different things to find what you actually like. If you stayed until now, you might dig something else on the channel. There's a video right over here that'll help you with that. And then also, we might be vibing it out a little bit, my friends. So this button over here is also for you. It's a subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.